when he's not feeling well or having anxiety and he can no longer do. Mom, what do I do? I said, son, what did you do before you started the bad habit? He said, I don't know. I was lost and confused. I want y'all to catch this. I was lost and confused. So he laid on my bed like he did when he was a little boy, and then he began to rest. And as he was laying there, God began to speak to me and said, 8 years ago, he was lost and confused, and he took the wrong path to try to find comfort in his lostness. So what I've done, daughter, is because of your faithfulness and because I made a promise to your mother, your mother is dead and gone, but the promise is still valid. And because you got into a position, it looks bad on the outside, but where he was lost and took the wrong turn, I took him back to the very place where he was originally lost so that he can make the right decision this time. So God said he didn't lose the 8 years. He's learned a lesson, and when you pull him out, you're going to pull the brother out. And when you pull the brother out, you're going to pull the friends out. So why did it have to happen? Because he needed to get back on the right path so he knows who he is. And then I'm going to pass the mic. So to me, it is not by chance that his lung collapsed the week of Bishop's sermon, Who Am I? So it took him to have a collapsed lung to go to the hospital to come out and say, Mom, I've got to make church this morning. I'm moving a little slower than I used to. You go ahead and I'll get me a ride. So DJ, I just want to tell you, you lost and you a little bit confused because you don't know who you are. Because as soon as you thought you knew who you were, life changed, life shifted. But God said I depressed your lungs so that when I breathe breath back into your body, all the toxicity left. Because when God breathes into you, baby, there is nothing that can remain in your body that was not meant to be there. So it's just your flesh letting you know this is uncomfortable because you've got comfortable in your sin. But God said when I breathed into you that you will be everything that he created you to be. And I don't typically prophesy to people that I know, but I need you to know that there is a God in you. The same God that was in your grandmother is the same God that's in your mother and in you, because you have a DNA lineage and the enemy cannot keep you, because if he lets you stay down, it gives Emmanuel an excuse to stay down. He's not here today, but understand that when you got sick, the ones that didn't even believe in God began to call and check on you. The daddy that ain't been to church began to pray over the phone over his son. So for you getting in order, your daddy has to line up, your grandmama has to line up, your brother has to line up, your siblings have to line up, everybody. Why did it have to happen to you? Because you are the one that grabbed everybody's heart. You are the one that stays to yourself. You are the one that stays silent. You are the one that don't really make enemies. You are the one that stays alone. I'm talking to somebody else, although I'm talking to him. And although they made you feel like an outcast, God said the great work that I'm getting ready to do in this season, I started it with you. So understand that your collapsed lung just wasn't for you. He gave it to you because you could withstand the pressure. You understood the assignment because you could have got out just like somebody else your age. Got out and went right back to smoking because you said, I'm young, I can beat this, but because of who you are, I need you to understand that you're standing 10 toes deep. I need you to understand that you are the foundation. I need you to understand that you got cousins who look up to you. I need you to understand that you are blazing new trails for people for your generation. I need you to understand that in this season, the young people need to see somebody like you. I need you to understand that in this season, the God that we serve makes young people feel like they can't have a life. But you, my son, just like the prodigal son, God said, welcome home, because you're going to show the new people that the same God that your grandmama served is the same God that raised you you up. Even though you wasn't walking in your calling, you still have a calling. And there's people that's going to look at you and say, well, we used to do this with him, but that Negro is still cool. That Negro still got a swag. That Negro still got something that is within him. What that Negro got, I need. And ain't no blunt gonna give it to me.
Come on.
Ain't no Black and Mild gonna give it to me. There's something about DJ, and I need to know what it is so that I can get where he's going, because it should have took him out. I need you to understand. I need y'all to grab this as if this is for you. That when you were in my womb, you had a calling on your life. Bishop, I'm so sorry. You had a calling on your life. Lucifer himself was pissed when you got here because you should have died in childbirth. I stayed in labor for 3 days, 3 whole days. And they said, we gotta give you some medicine because you're on the verge of death. But I said, you can't ruin this bloodline. I can't, no matter how hard the pain is. I can't take no type of drug because addiction will be broke off of this one. When I birth this one, he gonna be different. Understand, it don't matter that your mama and your daddy and your aunties and your bloodline fights addiction. It came off of you. You tried to go that way, but God said, let me flatten his lung and wake up and give him attention.
Come on.
The enemy thought he had you dead when you were born with a polycystic kidney. And the same God that you went into Winston-Salem Hospital and they said he's gonna have to undergo surgery because the polycystic kidney, what y'all don't understand is polycystic is one kidney was ate up with tumors before he ever took his first breath. But that same God that rose you then rose you on yesterday, because when they went in to try to remove the kidney, the doctor come out, the specialist that everybody goes to, come out and scratched his head. That's what God reminded me when you was on the bed. He said, now when I looked, there was 2 kidneys, one was ate up. But when I went back to remove the one that was ate up, it has completely disappeared. And for some reason, the other kidney has turned into 2. I don't understand, but that is the anointing that's in you. Whatever's in you can't stay in you because good and evil can't provide in one
the same place.
Light and darkness can't be in one place. Understand, son, there is an assignment on your life. And no matter how far you run, no matter how deep you try to hide, no matter how low you think you can go, God is saying it's time for you to get up and take your rightful place. Yeah, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, but if you want to hear the sound of my voice, God needs you to understand that he's doing it for you right now. Your children can't stay depressed.
Come on.
Y'all better understand. In this season, y'all better catch this lesson that he's giving you, because if you don't know who you are, you will create children who don't know who they are. But because I did the hard work and found out who I was in God, my children don't have a choice but to line up. So if any one of you got children that are lost, and no matter how hard you pray, you think they not getting it, understand God is doing it in this season. So I need y'all to understand this lesson, get this lesson, and if you don't know who you are, I need you to get so far in God that don't nothing rattle your faith. Even if you see your child on the deathbed, you can still give God the praise, because you can say, God, I trust you. And even if you take him out today, you still God. You still God. I need you to understand it. I need you to understand it. Addiction is breaking off. Thank you, Holy Ghost. The children that had turned their back on God because too much has happened, God said, I'm getting ready to send them back home. But you need to know who you are before I send them. Yeah. didn't come up here to preach. I just came to give a testimony. God is breathing breath back into the lungs of his people. Angel, it looks like it ain't gonna happen. God, I'm so sorry. It looks like it ain't gonna happen. But God said continue to stand strong. Know who you are. And the way he breathed breath back into his lungs, he's getting ready to breathe breath on you and gonna blow your mind. Don't wear no wig, because it's gonna fly off. Understand? It's gonna blow your mind. People think I'm talking about a physical wig. Understand? What I'm talking about is God is getting ready to shift even every hair on your head. Stay in the vein. Learn who you are and stick with it. Stay. You stay.
My God.
When you get out of order, your children get out of order. I don't care that they grown, they still looking at you. Stay in position. You get in position, then you go to the left. Then you come back. Get in position, go to the left, and then come back. The roller coaster will stop when you stop.